It's hot dog day, folks, and damn, we're doing 3 versions you are going to love. Everything's good about today, except one thing. You got me, you don't have Max. And I apologize for all the newly minted Max, the behind-the-scenes cooking guy, but I'm sorry I'm home, and if I don't stand here and cook for you, I will be sad.
We'll let you continue in your position for now. But really, thank you everybody so much for your support. Seriously.
Did you hear him? He said, thank you for your support. Aside from the Parents Against Swearing Council that have a hit out on Max, look, I swear. I'm not shy about it. I use all the words there are. I have never heard more swearing in my life than what came out of my son.
Where do you think I learned it?
No, you didn't learn to swear quite as often as you did.
There's something about the cameras rolling, the heat of the Evo.
Yeah. Well, people have asked for a long time for Max to be on this side of the camera and me on that side of the camera. It's probably not going to happen. If it does, it'll be a secret, and I'll just unveil. It's actually a good idea. I'll just unveil my work one day. I have an idea how to do this. I don't need them. Okay, let's talk about the hot dogs. We're doing a pastrami Reuben. We're doing a Hawaiian, and we're doing a jalapeno, spicy, garlicky, guac-ish kind of deal thing, whatever. But the dogs themselves, we will prepare all the same, and then we'll use them in the different applications. The dogs, we start like this. We're going to begin by putting some beer, simmering. Hear the sizzling? Clearly it's already a hot little pot. And I'm using my cousin Peter Zion's AleSmith beer, $3.94. Tony Gwynn's batting average, $3.94. No longer with us. The AleSmith $3.94 Pale Ale, it's delicious. There you go, Peter. You owe me something now.
The only sport that you're a hero for a failing grade.
Exactly. That's so funny. It's a good point. So this is going to come to a little simmer, and we'll put in our dogs. I'm using all beef, natural casing dogs that snap. These are so good. So good. I just love these guys. Every so often we do a hot dog at Not Tacos, and these are the guys we use. And the little snap when you bite into them with the natural casing is fantastic. So when the beer comes to a minor simmer, we're going to take these guys. All right, it's just about to simmer, and I can't wait anymore because I really want some of these. I also put another bottle in because I wanted to make sure that these guys were covered and doing all, whatever, 8, 7 of them, whatever there are. So we'll just make sure everybody's reasonably nestled. They're going to get, once it simmers, a light simmer. 6, 7 minutes, and we'll just turn it off, and then they'll be ready for step 2 when that time comes. Okay, in the interim, we can prep the other components of this hot dog fest. For the Hawaiian, we're gonna need some bacon. Oh yes, oh yes. We'll just get this going right here. Beautiful, beautiful. We just wanna get this crispy. So we'll let it do its thing, and while it does, we'll cut some peppers for the jalapeno guac. This is going to make this jalapeno dog fantastic. So we want some thinly sliced red and green jalapenos. So we'll just cut this guy into some little beautiful rounds. Perfect. Now some red. Cut that little end. Good. Some onion to go with it. I'll just go like this. Actually, I need some for the Hawaiian, so I'll cut more than I need and cook parts separately, but I'll put a little bit over here. And then the garlic, we'll give this a little booch. It's a big ass thumb of garlic. It's huge. It's crazy, right? And so these guys, again, we'll just do these guys like this, thin, right? Okay, this is good. This will now go in here with our onions and our peppers. And we'll throw this into a little pan on the heat. All right, my bacon is exactly where I like it. It's a mix between crispy and wibbly. We'll just put it in this little bowl, some paper towel. Perfect, we'll set this aside. Okay, so these guys have been in 6-ish minutes. They've plumped a little bit. They're gonna be amazing. I'm just gonna take them off the heat, keep them off to the side. And now the peppers will go into our little pan. First thing in our pan on the heat, little knob of butter and a little avocado oil. Thank you, Chosen Foods. You've heard me say it. The oil keeps the butter from burning, but the butter brings flavor. And now our jalapenos, our onion, and our garlic get whacked in. and fairly low heat. I don't want to burn anything. I don't want burned up garlic. I don't want burned up anything, actually. But I just want to start this stuff sweating, softening, caramelizing, and getting crazy good. Can you imagine how good this is going to be on top of a dog?
Oh, yeah.
Holy God. I just got a face full of jalapeno and garlic. We're just going to get all of our stuff ready and then build these babies. Okay, well, this does its thing. I have a sauce to make, some pineapple to cut. We're doing very well. Very well. A Reuben generally comes with something called Russian dressing, and we're making our own. We'll start with some Japanese mayo, of course, a couple tablespoons of chili sauce, and this is the Americanized version, just like that. Half to a whole teaspoon of prepared horseradish. That makes it super good. We need a splash of Worcestershire and a little glunk of sriracha, a little pinch of salt and pepper, and we mix. Any idea how good this is going to be, boys?
Oh, yeah.
So good.
It could suck, but pretty certain it won't. Next up, pineapple. The pineapple is for, who knows?
The Hawaiian.
The Hawaiian, very good. So here's what we do. We grab this top stem, grab the bottom, we twist in opposite directions, and we get this cool little thing. By the way, I had this genius idea once about coring a pineapple really quickly by using like an 1.5 inch drill bit and just going zzzz. How'd it work out? Well, don't tell them. We can show you. Ow, God, what happened? Oh, I cut myself. No. How did I do that? Yeah, I didn't see that coming either. I'm sure there's many of you going, this is not gonna work out, Sammy boy. Well, I wasn't one of those, so. This today though, we're just gonna cut. So like this, beautiful. We could flatten out the bottom a bit, like that, and then just, I don't have to take off all the sides right now because we don't need all of it, but I'm just gonna get this bumpy exterior off a little bit, like here. And then all I want are a few slices, not too thick, just like that I can now throw on the grill to get some color. This is gonna be fun. And with a light coating of oil on the pineapple and the grill sprayed a little bit, on go our slices. And we're really looking for color. I mean, look, it's not like it's gotta be cooked through, but we do want the grill marks. They will be pretty, they will add flavor. So just leave them until you get them. And then maybe we'll go a 45 and then flip them and then the same thing and take them off. You dig? And here, let me just give you a quick look. After just a few seconds, you're gonna see nothing, really. It does take 3-4 minutes before anything really starts to show up on there. All right, we're about 3 minutes in. Let's look. Those are the marks we want. So let's just do a little 45. Nice. I'm telling you, waiting for the marks to develop will give you a way better pineapple than not. And now a couple minutes and a few more marks, then we'll flip them on their backs or their stomachs. God knows what pineapple has. And we're there, so come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Work with me. That's it, that's it. Who's the man? I am, said the pineapple. All right, you don't need to see that happen again on the other side. So let's go make a quick guac, a quick slaw, and we build. Let's start with our little, we'll call it a cheater guac because, well, you'll see why. So I have a beautifully ripe avo that I will slice all the way around, open up, and to show you I'm not lying, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. I'll take the flesh, the meat, whatever you call this, out. I think we're good with just that amount. Nope. Let's get a little bit more from this bigger side. Okay, avo's in. Let's give it a little beat down with a fork.
Everything's so violent with you.
Oh, yeah, I know, beat down. Why do I have to do that? Okay, 2 things. One is a little garlic powder, beautiful. And the next is a little green salsa. Looks just like that. Just to help moisten it up a bit, give it a little kick and flavor. And we mix. I think I said quick, and if I didn't say quick, I meant quick. Because that's it. Chunky, gorgeous, lots of flavor, super simple. Now a slaw. Cheating again. What is it? Well, it's an easy way to do this is what it is. So you buy yourself one of these store-bought bags of coleslaw. that you just do this to. You can make your own dressing, or you can buy the one with the dressing, that kid, right? And then just jazz it up. So let's do this. We'll only use about half of it today, not even. This will be enough. And then we'll take some of their dressing like this and use, I don't know, maybe a third of it. You remember our Russian dressing because this is for the, what's it for, Max?
Pastrami.
Pastrami, very good. And then we'll just mix this. Honestly, the times I've used this bag coleslaw and added a bunch of stuff to it, it's been a lifesaver and super delicious. A little mayo and some barbecue sauce, delicious. Some extra lime juice and cumin and garlic powder and oregano and stuff like that, delicious. Sriracha teriyaki sauce, delicious. But for our purposes, this is done. Now we can build. So we begin by putting our buns on this side. These are split top, guys. So I've opened them up and we'll go like this, just to get a wee bit of color on them. Because you need a wee bit of color, don't you? And next up will be our dogs. Now, why are we doing this step? Because they're already cooked, Sam, and they've got flavor from the beer. We're doing this to crisp them up and give them a little gorgeous color.
In other words.
In other words, making them perfect.
In other words.
In other words.
Heat changes things.
Heat changes things, that's
Christ.
right. Sorry.
Amateur.
One fucking episode in front of the camera and you're already a boss. Don't burn your buns unless you've got more and you don't give a shit. See this little line of color here? It's coming along. You can go like this if you want. Push them down a bit, help them out, but this is important. Okay, bun check. I say a little bit more. Ah, that one's, ow, hot and good. So let's take them off as they're ready. This kid's off, perfect. And I just realized I forgot these extra onions for the Hawaiian, so get those on. We're gonna be okay, we're gonna be okay, we're gonna be okay.
Sure, we don't have any cameras rolling besides my cell phone, but we'll be good.
So I don't want these things like overly softened. I still want there to be some bite to them, tooth bite, as opposed to onion flavor bite. So on a hot flat top like this or a hot pan, yeah, 2-3 minutes and we'll call it a day. Meanwhile, these guys are getting nice color, beautiful color. And I'm telling you, you can feel how taut the outside is. They're gonna snap when you bite them, and that's gonna be everything for me. So we'll take these guys off.
You do like a taut wiener.
I do. Stop it. Listen, mister, I can't stop swearing. All right, first up, we'll make the Hawaiian. And it begins like this. The sauce on the bottom happens on the bottom. So we give it some Japanese mayo, beautiful. A little sriracha, gorgeous. And last but not least, a little teriyaki sauce. This is more of a glaze, absolutely store-bought. You don't need to reinvent the wheel here, folks. You're just gonna end up with the most delicious hot dog ever, so don't worry about recreating something you don't need to that you can buy deliciously. Now our dog comes along. So fun, right? First up, some of our pineapple. Look at these crispy bits. Oh, shit. I'm in love, man. I'm in love with a hot dog. Gorgeous. Perfect, beautiful, everything I always wanted this to be. Now, don't forget, we had those onions that we also made. A little bit of red onion, never hurt anybody on here, right?
Right.
Well, it hurt Greg Rempe because he can't eat these, but aside from him, how's that looking? Beautiful?
Yes.
I got one more thing, just one special little extra add. It's for a little crunch, and that will be some of these French fried onions. Don't overtake. Make them perfect up there. Beautiful. And finally on top, our bacon. Oh my goodness, come on. Mother, may I? You may. Next up, our jalapeno. And that will begin with some delicious, cool sour cream on the bottom. Like this. Don't discount sour cream on a dog, boy. It's the best. The little guac we made. The little cheater guac we made. Right here. Beautiful. Now the dog. Remember what's next? Who could forget? You guys could forget, but these peppers. Holy S. Look at this. The garlic, those beautifully sauteed red and green jalapenos, and the red onion. Damn! And finally, our pastrami. And it will begin with a gorgeous layer of our super homemade Russian dressing. Super homemade? What does that mean? Super homemade. And see these little bits of the chili sauce in here really do the best thing ever. Okay, so we've got that. And just before we put the dog, we throw some thin deli slices of pastrami right on. Beautiful. And you can see this is not gonna take very long. 10, 15 seconds aside, if that. You're just trying to start to melt the fat. It's already cooked. So now let's take this, we'll put this down. So we want a nice little bed of this gorgeous pastrami right here. Now our dog, who knows what's next?
Cheese.
Very good, as you watch me pull the package out. So now the cheese goes like this. Swiss, of course. Okay, just wait for it. We melt a bit. I think this is running out. Don't run out, don't run out. You're hanging in with me, buddy, aren't ya? Atta boy. Come on, a little more. You could do this under the broiler. I don't want to go inside. You could do this really quickly in the microwave. Wouldn't be my favorite thing to do, but you could. The point is though that you get melty cheese like that. And then, because you don't want the coleslaw heated up here, so now we'll just confetti some of this great coleslaw over the top. Got some of the Russian dressing in it. Do you remember our coleslaw? And everybody, ladies and gentlemen, is a happy day. And everybody, ladies and gentlemen, is happy. And there you have it. It's like a near perfect lineup because they're all so different. And I'm having a hard time deciding. I know what pastrami tastes like. I love it. I know this lineup. It's kind of like a taco we make at Not. The Hawaiian, the bacon. The best part of this, I'm telling you, is that sriracha, mayo, teriyaki on the bottom. It's a dream combination. And then the crispy onions and the bacon on top with that extra little, but I'm going here. I love the look of it. I love the creamy guac underneath, and I love the spice of these peppers and onions on top. So this looks like my dog of choice. Let's get into it, shall we? Nice buttery brioche bun. Look, it pays to spend a tiny bit more on the bun. It's a transportation device, it's a carrier. But don't use a carrier that's just bland and shitty. Some stale, off-brand, on-sale bun that, how do you do this? Oh, it's so beautiful. I don't want to wreck it. First, the guac you get, and it's creamy and smooth and amazing. And then you get the spice from the peppers on top. God, and there's that garlic, those nice sliced pieces of garlic that are in here. I now actually have to bust into the other ones. I feel like I'm making a mess. I just want to say thanks for hanging with us. If your first time watching us and you dig what's going on, this would be the time to hit the subscribe button. And then notification bell just so we tell you when we got new stuff up. That's all. All right. Oh, snap. And that dog, the natural casing, you bite it and it goes